We got a question from Tom. My gym has few kettlebells, but numerous dumbbells. Are there any of the classic kettlebell movements, swing, clean, snatch, press, goblet squat, Turkish get-up, that can't be done effectively with dumbbells? What specifically do kettlebells add to these movements beyond what dumbbells can provide? Oddly, on that whole list there, I'm looking at it and it's like it comes right down to this. I think, okay, let's first give all praise the dumbbells, because I still have dumbbells in my gym. I have over 40 kettlebells, and I probably have 6 or 8 dumbbells. My knock on dumbbells is this: is if I have a set of dumbbells that goes from 5 pounds to 50 pounds and 5-pound jumps, someone's going to complain that it goes from 5 to 10 and not to 8. And now you just go to a modern gym and they have a jillion dumbbells, and you'll never find their matches. Which actually, the late great Lane Cannon told me, don't worry about that, just train with odd weights. Dumbbell advantages. They're phenomenal for farmer walks, by the way, those big heavy ones. When it comes to things that involve I don't know how else to say it, for anything that involves your upper body limbs, dumbbells are really good. Dumbbells are amazing for presses. They're amazing for bench press. They're amazing for one-arm bench press. Tricep extension work. Yeah, you can do them with a kettlebell, but there's a bit of a learning curve how to figure it out. You grab the horns and you go like this. There's no learning curve with the dumbbell. You can do it 100 different ways and all that. So for direct arm work, for wrist, wrist curls and stuff like that, the dumbbell is fantastic. You can do dumbbells. You can do Turkish get-ups without an issue either. But press. You can do goblet squats with the dumbbell. In fact, that's the original way to do it. If you saw my original Men's Health article on the goblet squat, which was written 6 years before somebody invented it. Okay, that's a joke. See, I wrote an article on the goblet squat. 6 years later, somebody claimed to have invented it online. Well, there is somebody who has almost verbatim cut and pasted my work and sold the article. But okay, that's yay for me. So dumbbells are probably better for upper limb work than kettlebells. Now, obviously, I do tons of kettlebell presses. I do kettlebell, one-arm benches. I do all kinds of things, and it's all good. Dumbbells seem to have a shorter learning curve, a flatter learning curve on all that stuff. And but then there's those 2 exercises you mentioned. When I was young, there were still articles in Strength and Health on doing dumbbell snatches. Now, the thing is, though, they always talked about you had to wear like a wrist guard to do it. And it is possible to do dumbbell swings and dumbbell snatches. I see people do it all the time. The problem is the drop tends to be a dead straight drop, and that seems, so you drop it straight down. I demonstrate that at the RKC weekends, and I don't think that's a good way to go. The arc on the dumbbell swing and the dumbbell snatch, it seems like you either throw the bell straight out, which for a lot of people puts all the load in their lower back, or you do this kind of odd looking shoulder single arm upright row pressy kind of thing, which is probably fine, but it's not a very beautiful movement. It's certainly not as elegant as a kettlebell snatch. So the short answer is you can probably do everything with anything. It is hard to do kettlebell snatches with the Nautilus pullover machine. I'm so funny. Dumbbells and kettlebells can be interchanged a lot. There's no question about that. But there is something about the kettlebell in my humble opinion, in the kettlebell snatch, the kettlebell swing, that is really superior to the dumbbell variations. If you had a gym with only 3 types of dumbbells, you probably wouldn't have a lot of clients. But if you had a gym with only 3 types of kettlebells, you could still, I'm talking about load. Like, I don't know, you had 12s, I'll make it even easier. 10K kettlebells, 20K kettlebells, and 28K kettlebells. I'm just making this up. Only 3 varieties, okay? You could train a lot of people really well with just those options. The dumbbell, you need a lot more dumbbells than you do kettlebells. And that is something to think about if you're opening your own facility. Tom, that's a good question. Tom, this is the kind of question I wish people had asked me at the certs, because in about a 5-minute period in real time, I could show you the variations. Listen, I know this comes off as I'm a big fan of everything we do in every training facility. But what I think a lot of people miss, Tom, is that, if you have a multi-billion-dollar facility and your buddy has a garage gym where he's cobbled together, 3 pieces of load, you're going to have different workouts, training sessions. Oddly, the person with less options tends to usually train harder than the person with more options. So what I want you to think about in the back of your mind is you've got a good gym, and make sure you enjoy it and use all the options, okay?